One of the important lenses that I want you all to interpret all of this happening through is through a very important deadline that is happening in the federal government. And once you understand this, you will understand, and all of this chaos is going to start making sense. Something very big is happening this year. And it's part of the structure around which all of this chaos is occurring. In 2017, Donald Trump and the Republican Party forced through one of the largest tax giveaways to the rich in modern American history.
Very important.
Why is that important to today? Those tax cuts had a sunset period, and that sunset period occurs in 2025. The problem with extending, they have a little wrinkle in extending some of these massive structural giveaways to the wealthiest people in this country. And the problem is that they have to pay for it. They have to pay for it.
The corporate tax rate, as you know, will be lowered from 35 to 21%.
A billionaire should pay more in taxes than a secretary. And historically, not just billionaires, but also mass corporations, etc. That's how we keep the lights on. That's how we keep Medicare, Medicaid, the VA, at public schools, like it's through taxes. So if these tax cuts are going to cost $4 trillion and the government, and you're by definition not going to tax anyone else, well, not going to tax the rich in order to pay for it, then how are you going to pay and square that circle? They tell you all of these stories about waste and government waste and DOGE and whatever. First and foremost, understand that there is already a federal agency who is a watchdog on waste in the United States. That is known as the Government Accountability Office. So all of these people acting like, oh, we're gonna set up an agency to identify waste, as though that's never been an idea before, take a number. So what they're trying to do is that under the guise of waste, they are going to try to cut and gut some of the most essential federal programs that we've got. In fact, how do we know this? Because the Republican majority and their budget had a sensitive internal document that got leaked a couple of weeks ago. And I can tell you that I read through it. And they identified bit by bit everything from the mortgage interest tax deduction to, which I raised a couple of weeks ago, to Medicaid itself. They have identified as wanting to eliminate in order to pay for Elon Musk's tax breaks, Jeff Bezos's tax breaks, Mark Zuckerberg's tax breaks, and other giveaways and other sorts of giveaways to the wealthiest people and corporations in this country.
American